Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working in my junk journal and I'm only going to be doing these 3 pages. I have done the stenciling and stamping in my previous junk journal with me. I thought I was going to use these 3 pages, but I ended up not needing them. And then this pocket I've made out of sewing paper when I actually made this journal, and I've also sewn this little fabric flip in. So these things were all done prior to today, and I have picked out a few supplies that I would like to use today. I always find it easy just to grab a few things that I think I might want to use. It's just limiting myself slightly so that I'm more decisive, but I'm not sticking to it rigidly. If there's anything that I want to grab during this process, I always go ahead and do it. So let's see what we can do. I've got a few photos and a postcard that I collected from my day-to-day life that I would like to include in this junk journal with me, and then I've got a few things that I've just thrown in here that inspire me. Some of the pieces are leftover pieces like this. I actually used a while back, I think, on a journaling card that I made, and I had this left over. And then this tag I made in a video, which I'll link down below if you would like to see it, and it's just been in my studio lying around here, so I'm thinking of using that as well. And we're going to see what we can make with all of this today. So I know that I want to use most of these things in here, but I definitely will not be using all of it. There's some tags and stickers. I'm just going to pull this closer to me so I can actually see. I like that. Sometimes I just feel like I need to start doing things. I love arranging stuff, but sometimes you just need to go over into action as well. I am thinking of adding some paint here, but I don't know if I want to, because I do love like the vintageness of this, but I also love the mix of color with vintage. So I'm just thinking if I want to add any color to it, and if I do, which color would I add? Would it be like this aqua green, or would I go more with the green gold? Maybe I'll try out the green gold. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on this pad here, and I'm thinking of adding it here to the bottom. And I'm going to use this catalyst tool and see. I know usually you scrape the paint off with this, but I want to try something else today. And I don't mind if I hide most of this actually behind the paper. That is completely fine. If I cover up some of it, it's just, even if just one of those peek out, it creates some texture. This is such a beautiful color. I actually want to use some of it on this side as well, but I need to wait for that to dry before I can do it. So hopefully this paint won't dry out on my palette and I can still use it, and maybe we can start sticking a few things. And today I'm just going to be using this glue stick, and I might be using some wet glue. I also, let me just get it to show you, I also love using this glue tape. it's really easy. So it's whatever I'm in the mood for. And then I also want to add a few things to this page over here. The only thing with this glue is it's so difficult to close with it's got a screw lid on. So let's see. I know that I also want to add a mushroom. So if I can just find one, I think that is slightly too big. That is too big as well. I'm just going to be unpacking this because I'm already struggling to find things. There aren't that much in there, but whatever's in there, I'm just really having difficulty finding things in here. So I think it's just going to be better for me to unpack it, see what I've got, and then move on from there. Okay, that mushroom will work well over there. And then I've also got this postage stamp. Do I want to use that one or this? No, I think I like that postage stamp that's more neutral. I always love adding words, so that always works out well. I know that I want that mushroom on this circular printable. And then I'm going to be adding this over here. I also love these numbers. What do we think of that? I wonder if I want the stamp on this side. I want to turn slightly and then maybe the number a little bit higher. No, I think I actually liked it this way around. And then I'm just going to place the number above that. And I actually quite like how this stamp coordinates with this leaf, like in the color scheme of things. And then I want to use this tag to do some journaling at the back. I just think I need to stick its tail over there that's lifting up. And I wonder if I should add some thread. Let me go have a look what I've got. So I think I'm going to add this string. I don't want something that is too thick and bulky. I think this is a good combo, or a good not combo, like a good in-betweener. And I wonder if this is dry. Yep, it is. I'm just gonna take this paper clip off for now, so that I can stick this paper over it. Oh dear. I've managed to tear it. I quite like this sticker there, so I'm just gonna pull off the backing. This is always quite difficult to find. There we go, not too bad. I'm just gonna stick that over there. And I'm going to stick this label just over here. I actually stamped this out with a darkroom stamp set that I've got, and I just used some brown archival ink. I don't think I want to do much more to this page. I am going to be doing some journaling at the back of this card, and I'm going to be doing some writing over there. I might stamp the date in here. So I think we can move on to the next page. I know that I want to do something to this fabric. I think I'm going to stick something on there. Maybe that with a butterfly. Another label, and I can stamp a number on that label. I always love doing that. You know what, actually before I do the butterfly and stamping, I want to carry on with the paints that I've got here. Then I'm going to use this Heidi swap stamp set, and it's got a few numbers in here, and I just always add random numbers. And let's just see if this is actually going to fit on the stamp. Nope. I'm going to have to stick with 3 numbers instead of 4. And then I'm just going to be sticking that on with a wet glue. I'm putting that paper underneath because the glue will soak through, and if it soaks through, it's going to, the fabric is going to stick onto my page, and I don't want that, so I'm just adding that there so it can soak up most of the glue. And then I'm going to be taking that away after a few seconds, just allowing the glue to soak through, make sure it doesn't stick to any pages, and then I can pull it out. And I'm just going to pull this so it doesn't stick. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that for a few seconds there to dry, and I think we can go on to this page next. I want to do some journaling on this side, so I think I want to add a label to do my journaling. I can add one of these photos over here. I definitely want the photo up there, so I'm going to be sticking that, and I'm just going to use this glue tape. It's so easy for the photos instead of using any other glue. It's very convenient. So we have some extra space there for journaling. And then this postcard I picked up at Bungalow when we were visiting the town, and it's not too far from us. I want to stick that photo over there. I actually need to have this closer to me to do it properly. I feel like I'm going to mess it up if I do it far away. Okay, so there is a slight overhang there with the photo, so I'm just going to trim this off. It's not too bad though. And then I want to add a postage stamp over here. Sticking some of these black words will have a nice contrast, but I don't have many, so I might go into my ephemera storage book and look for more words. Yep, I quite like that. I think we're gonna go for it. So hopefully this is dry, so we can slot this in over there. What do we think of that? Do we want it like that or like that? I think the other way around. We are definitely going to go for this Tom Holtz tissue paper. And this is a ticket from a Tom Holtz booklet. I'm thinking of adding that postage stamp over there. Do we want it sideways or do we want it straight? So many options. I think the question is, do we want to keep it vintage or would we like a pop of color? I think I'm gonna go with the vintage washi tape.